struck him out. Box it, baby! Let's play!
From SunTrust Park in Atlanta, Georgia, welcome to Mariners baseball, everybody. Second leg of this four-city tour begins tonight. Mariners taking on the Atlanta Braves. A lot of Mariner fans saw a lot of them walking around the ballpark and in Atlanta today. Good to see them as we welcome you inside the ballpark as Mike Foltynewicz leading the Braves out. They get ready to take on the Mariners, and let's take a look at the Mariner batting order for this evening.
Well, it looks a little bit different this evening. The Mariners are fourth in the American League in batting average overall. We're going to start with Gene Segura, third in the American League with a .314 batting average. Nelson Cruz not in the lineup, no DH. So Kyle Seager, who did not play yesterday, back in the lineup. He will be the cleanup hitter. And then, yes, Andrew Albers, the pitcher, will hit because this is a National League ballpark, so the pitcher is going to hit. He rounds out the 9 for the Mariners. Foltynewicz, hard-throwing right-hander. See, 23 starts for him, 10 and 8 record on the year, 4.75 ERA. In 127 innings, he has 121 strikeouts. He can get wild at times, 49 walks on the year for him.
Foltynewicz, 6'4", 200, 25 years old, out of Sterling, Illinois. First pitch of the ball game, and we're underway to Gene Segura.
His average fastball this year is at 95 miles an hour. Slider, curve, changeup. Typically we'll go with the slider. See that fastball at 96 right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Good night to get loose. 83 degrees here in Atlanta. Earlier today, topped about 90. Felt like it. Gene Segura coming off an 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. Chopper, third baseman Brandon Phillips just moved over to third base in the last week or so. Long-time second baseman with Cincinnati. Dat Dude, his nickname.
And we'll take a look at the defense for the Braves. Under Inciarte will be the center fielder. Covers a lot of ground out in center field. Dansby Swanson right there, the shortstop. Talented young shortstop. 15 errors on the year. Talked to Ron Washington about him. Likes him a lot. Bright future for him. And the veteran Kurt Suzuki will do the catching. And last outing did not go well against the Rockies. 3 1/3, 9 hits, 8 earned runs. Had to throw 97 pitches.
Big swing there by Yonder Alonso.
His last 2 outings have been a struggle. Against St. Louis, went 2 2/3. Ended up giving up 6 earned runs, and then the 8 earned runs you saw against Colorado.
A tough year for the Braves. 12 games under 500. Third place in the National League East behind Washington, which is boat raced everybody. Washington, the only team in the division above 500. Landed 55 and 67. You can hear home plate umpire and crew chief Jeff Nelson. That's Laz Diaz at third. Ramon De Jesus at second. Corey Blazer at first. And Jeff Nelson behind the plate. 7-game hit streak for Alonso. Comes up empty there. 2-2. Anderson's coming over. And the trade has swung the bat at a 282 clip for the Mariners. Inside. Mariners coming off a tough loss last night or yesterday afternoon. 3-0. Blake Snell. For a heck of a ball game. 7 innings, 2-hit shutout ball. Swing and a miss. Alonso's gone, 2 down.
And that was on his best fastball so far. 98 miles an hour. Probably down out of the strike zone. Set up on the inside corner. Some good movement on it, too. Two-seamer. 98.
Brings up Robbie Cano. Probably 5 for his last 18 over the last 4 ball games. Mariners want to get back on that hit train. First 2 nights in Tampa Bay, 7-1 win with 14 hits, 7-6 win with 10 hits.
Well, I can tell you, I was down on the field during batting practice today, and runs will be scored. Talk about the different ballparks in the American League. This one here, a lot of runs that'll be scored. The ball was flying out of the ballpark today.
Brand new home of the Braves. A little bit north and west of the city of Atlanta. Turner Field now belongs to Georgia State University. Three and 1 to Robbie. Ground ball to the second baseman. Albies throws him out, and that'll do it. For the Mariners, they go 1-2 through. Andrew Albers is going to take the mound for the Mariners when we get back. Here we go with Ender Inciarte, the center fielder for the Braves, going to lead things off against Andrew Albers. Take a look at the rest of the Braves lineup.
And you want to keep him off of the bases. Leadoff hitter leads the team with 17 stolen bases, leads the club with 73 runs scored this year, so he can move around the bases in pretty good shape. Hot hitter Freddie Freeman hitting third in the lineup. He leads the team with 22 home runs, a 9-game hitting streak for him, and Nick Markakis leads the team with 61 RBIs. For Albers in his last outing against Baltimore, pitched well. 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run. It was a solo home run, just the 1 walk. That was a big key for him. He threw 77 pitches.
And here we go. Second outing as a Mariner for Albers, the former Braves farmhand. Also spent some time in the minors with Minnesota and Toronto. Put it in play to the shortstop, Segura, and he boots it. And Inciarte is aboard.
We'll take a look at it. 2-hopper, and you can see the ball comes up on Segura. Talk more about that in a little bit. Hits him right in the heel of his glove. We'll take a look at the rest of the defense for the Mariners. Leonis Martin will get the start in center field. Normally in rights is being recalled, but center field this evening. Yonder Alonso back in the lineup. He will be at first base, and Mike Zunino, who had yesterday off, will do the catching this evening.
Here's Brandon Phillips. He's got something in common with you, Mike. 1999 second-round pick, 57th overall by the Montreal Expos.
All right.
Aren't many of those guys left.
No.
4-time Gold Glover, All-Star. Shifted over to third base in the last week.
Typically think of him as a Cincinnati Red.
Yeah, absolutely. Cleveland for 02, 3, 4, 5, and Cincinnati from 2006 to 2016. First year with the Braves here. Slow roller. They get the lead runner. And they get the trail runner. Segura, tell you what, he came across firing. Double play.
Yeah, I think you're right. Robbie's able to get it to him quickly. A little pivot for Cano. And then he comes across second base, and this is going to be his best fastball. Really put a lot on it.
There was some anger in that one after he made the E6. So 2 outs brings up Freddie Freeman. 22 homers, 50 runs batted in.
He's been really hot lately. A 9-game hitting streak, hitting .410 over the hitting streak. 22 home runs on the year. He can hit the ball out line to line. Power to all fields. Very good low ball hitter.
In on his fist. First time the Mariners been here since the 2014 season. Played 2 games in Seattle, 2 here. Mariners won all 4 games. Prior to that, the Mariners were here back in 08. Lost 2 out of 3. Freddie gets into one, deep right field. Bangs off the wall. Haniger tracks it down, and now bobbles. Here's a throw to third as Freeman in safely.
Now a 10-game hitting streak. Fortunate that that ball hit off the top of the wall on the bricks.
So a double and an E9.
Take a look at it. Haniger thought he had a chance to make the catch. Typically there's padding, but it hit right there, gets past him as it bounces off the warning track, and then he bobbles it. That's where the error came into play. Still shot off the wall in pretty good shape, even though it hit the padding right above that or the bricks. And if you're an outfielder, you have to be aware of the bricks, because that ball will end up coming all the way back towards the infield, and you might have to see Robbie go out and pick it up.
There's Matt Kemp. Look at the bricks out there. Matt's had a share of hamstring problems this year. Played just 89 games. Wasn't that long ago. He and Josh Hamilton got off. Both were off to an unbelievable start in the National and American Leagues respectively, and then injuries caught up to both.
Braves hitting .270 as a team with runners in scoring position. Kemp this year hitting just .221 against left-handed pitching.
Two balls, 1 strike to Matt Kemp. So double play has been a best friend here for Albers to this point. To Albers. Albers and all B's. We're dealing with that all day. Get some help. Corey Blazer said no, he didn't go.
Left-handed hitter Markakis waiting on deck.
Pitch to Kemp. Inside, walked him. So runners at the corners for Nick Markakis. We saw Markakis many a year with the Orioles from the 06 through the 14 season. His 3rd season out with the Braves. Markakis coming in, 278, 7 home runs and 61 runs batted in. During his time with Baltimore, was one of the great throwing arms in right field.
Albert's fastball, 87 to 90 miles an hour. He has to locate. Can't afford to fall behind. Wants to go to his slider. Mentioned his outing against Baltimore. His slider was a very good pitch for him.
Here's Cano. Throws him out. Albers gets out of some trouble here. 2 outs, runners at the corners. No damage done. We go to the second. Baseball on Root Sports, being brought to you by your local Ford stores. By Safeco Insurance, find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting film and TV funny man Tim Allen, October 21st. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Big story today, the total eclipse. Those scores, we go to the second inning. That's how it looked here in Atlanta. Normally at this time we are heralding the first at bat of Nelson Cruz.
Yes.
But we're in a National League ballpark.
I think there's a pretty good chance we will see him at some point this evening.
Scott Service and his ever big desire to keep the guys loose had an illusionist perform some feats before the game, and I guess before the big warm-up and everything. And Nelly got there and he said, "Hey, can you change the lineup?"
I know he was trying to get in the lineup. I think it's one of those things where he understands the situation and why he's not in the lineup, but the way he's swinging it, obviously you'd rather see him in there, but you can't afford to lose him with a leg injury, and he's been hurt a couple of times this year, and with the way he's going right now, I think he'll probably pinch hit in all 3 games.
Right.
The good news is they have enough guys on their bench, too, to where if he does that and he doesn't want to put him in the field, you have Taylor Motter, so regardless of what happens, you have somebody that can play all over the place. Danny Valencia also on the corners.
Exactly. Scott didn't say it, but you know he's feeling this. If he were to run him out there in the outfield, he were to get hurt, he couldn't live with himself.
Well, yeah, I think when we were in Philadelphia, he played 1 game in right field.
Did he come up a little gimpy?
Yeah, had the calf injury. So I think they're trying to stay away from that, so that when they leave here after 3 days, hopefully by winning the series, that he is healthy and back in the lineup as the DH as they roll into New York for the weekend.
Then they can just turn him loose, unleash. Little poke shot, that has a chance, and that's going to get down in the old triangle there between the shortstop, the center fielder, and the left fielder. Big turn by Kyle. First Mariner hit.
And we'll take a look at it off the outside corner. Pretty good pitch. Hits it off the end of the bat. Kyle did not play yesterday. He was sick for a few days. Back in the lineup for the first 2 games in Tampa. Was out of the lineup yesterday. Back in there today hitting cleanup.
Foltynewicz dealing with Haniger now. First pitch strike. Mitch 0 for 2 yesterday.
Kyle seemed to be in better spirits today.
Yeah.
Earlier before batting practice, and he was having a lot of fun down there bouncing around.
His food intake's been a lot better too the last couple of days. Field 1. Crowded him, missed 1-1. Mike Zunino on a foreground. Tim Bogart in the middle. Scott Service. Got Alonso there along the rail.
There's a group of hitters today that I saw. I'm not sure I've seen guys so excited taking batting practice. Haniger was one of them. Gamble, Mike Zunino. They were hitting today, and the ball was flying out of here to the point though where they were both showing on their bat a couple times when they'd been jammed a little bit, and the ball still went out. And then when they squared it up, it was really flying. But they were having a good time taking batting practice. They lost a lot of baseballs.
I was well aware when I walked out in the concourse, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, there's live fire out here.
Yeah. Well, Mike on one, it didn't sound quite right, and he came out of the cage, and I asked him, I said, did that jam you? And he had a brand new bat out there, and he said, yeah, and he was showing me where it was at. You could see the marks from the baseball laces in his bat, and it was in on him, but it still went, I don't know, 5-6 rows deep.
375, flares out to 385 in the gap. Left center field.
So hopefully we'll see that during the game tonight. See the guys hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Mariners 10th in the American League, 144 home runs. Full count here to Mitch Haniger. Back-to-back full counts by Foltynewicz. Off his hand. There's one out. Oh, and well, look at this.
I think it just slipped out of his hand.
It totally slipped out of his hand.
At first, I was wondering if maybe it hit Kyle, but it didn't appear to. I think it just slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, Kurt Suzuki looking at him like, dude, what was that? Ozzy Albies. They're going to wear him out.
In good shape. Guy has a good grip on the ball. Yeah, and it just slips out of his hand.
Wow.
So a break for the Mariners, almost hits the pitcher as it bounces off the back of the mound.
About that. Foltynewicz turned around. What the hey?
Kurt Suzuki, veteran. Mariners familiar with him, long-time Oakland Athletic. Was with the Twins for a while. I believe the Nationals as well.
Take a look at this release. Wow. That one well stroked. It's hanging up. And Markakis can't make the play. Haniger will hold it second. Gamble at first. Waiting on ruling on that one.
Oh, that'll be a base hit.
There it is.
Sinker off the end of the bat. But for Haniger, he went about halfway and wasn't sure if he was going to catch it or not. Had to stop, and once it was past him, he was only able to get to second base.
So the Mariners mounting something here with one out, runners at first and second for Mike Zunino. Played Saturday's game, started Saturday's game, went 0 for 3. Some popped up, it's out of play. Mike caught in the ninth inning last night. Foltynewicz lives in Manuka, Illinois. He's been with Houston, 16 games with them in 14, then came over to Atlanta in the 15 season. Swing and a miss.
I was talking to Ron Washington today, and he works the infielders, also a third base coach for the Braves. Trying to get to know this ball club a little bit because we just haven't seen him. I asked him about Brandon Phillips at third. He's been a second baseman throughout his career. Said it took him a couple of games is all. And he said he's really played well over at third base. Already made a play in this game.
So I'm in the highlights a couple of nights ago.
Asked him about Swanson, the shortstop, first round pick. Big time prospect for them. 15 errors on the year, but he said that he really likes his instincts at short. Moves around, very aggressive shortstop. He'll charge the ball a lot. Average throwing arm. Albies, he said, is a work in progress. A young man with a lot of talent. And then Freeman, just one of the best in the business at first base.
So look at Brian Snitker, 61 years old, a lifer with the Braves organization. Second season, first full season as skipper. Took over for Freddie Gonzalez last May. He was in a diner with his wife. He gets a phone call from John Hart and the guys in the front office. Hey, can you talk? No, can you really talk? Goes out in the parking lot. Long story short, they tell him you got the job. You're taking over the ball club. Get on a plane. This is while he was at AAA.
Well, with a couple of young middle infielders, he did a nice job of getting Ron Washington in here because he's a really good infield coach.
Well, we saw what over the years what he did with
name it.
Marcus Semien most recently, his
Semien.
prized pupil.
Chavez.
Yeah, won him
won
him a Gold Glove.
Yeah. There's Wash. Very good baseball man. Has been around for a long time. Happy here in Atlanta. But that's a quick scouting report on the Braves infield. And I also asked him about the infield because when I was down there watching, if you just look at the surface, it looks really clean. I said, is it fast? Is it fast infield? And he said, no, it's about average. Because of the grass, he said it'll slow the ball down a little bit.
3 full counts this inning for Fultonevich. Slow roller. Swanson throws out Zunino. Runners move up. There's 2 down. And make sure you join us for the final Bark in the Park night of the season on Tuesday. That's September 5 for just $50. You and your pup, they're going to get a ticket to the game, a Mariners dog tag, and the opportunity to walk around the bases after the game thanks to Amazon Pets. Log on to mariners.com/bark for more info.
Well, a couple of runners in scoring position. You're going to see this. Martin hitting 8th in the lineup. Intentionally walked. So they'll go after the pitcher.
Maybe Albers can throw a wrench into the whole situation here. Pitch away from him, ball 1. This time Albers is swinging the bat this season. Good aggressive cut.
Not too bad. 96 miles an hour out over the plate.
Off the hand of the pitcher. This may work out, and it does. 1-0 Mariners. Albers with an RBI. How about that?
He'll take it, helping himself out.
Haniger scores on the play. Everybody else moves up.
That's the first major league hit for Andrew Albers and first major league hit for
And
Albers.
back up the middle, his first major league hit. Congratulations to him, and also pick up an RBI and give himself the lead.
That is such a temptation for pitchers sometimes. So competitive. Rates that bare hand down. It'd probably be the last time you see Fultonevich do that for a long time. Cost him a run, not to mention you can hurt yourself. Here's Segura, second time through. He had seen Fultonevich over in the National League. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Markakis backs up there to make the play. We go to the home second here in Atlanta. Mariners leave him loaded, but get a run in. Pitcher helping himself. Andrew Albers makes it a 1-0 Mariner lead. 1-0 Mariners. Got a kick out of one of the entrances. I came in today, and it was 7:55.
Yeah.
Mr. Aaron down the right hand side. Said I looked at the number. Said, "Wow, I get it." The Mariners with a 1-0 lead. Take a look at veteran catcher Kurt Suzuki. Been with Oakland, Washington, Oakland again, Minnesota, and first year with Atlanta.
Nice move by Kyle Seager. Albers with the base hit to drive in a run, then had to run the bases, and probably huffing and puffing a little bit. So Kyle went in there, had a conversation with him behind the mound, give him a chance to catch his breath, make sure that he's ready to go.
Suzuki, Albies, and Swanson. 6, 7, and 8 here in the second inning. 1-0 Mariners. Suzuki, foul ball.
Andrew threw 15 pitches in the first inning, 10 strikes. Stayed with his fastball, a couple of changeups. I haven't seen his slider. He'll use that quite a bit, but it looks like he wants to use his fastball to get through the lineup the first time. There's a good fastball in on his hands.
Albers went 12-3 AAA Atlanta this season. 12-3 with a 2.61 ERA. Third time in his minor league years he won double-figure ball games with Minnesota in the minor leagues. In 2013 he won 11-5 and followed that up with an 11-6 year. 4 years in the bigs, he's 3-5, 4.25 ERA. That hit well down the line, and that's a fair ball, and it is gone. Tie ball game, home run, Kurt Suzuki. Kept it fair. His 14th home run, 38th run batted in.
O2 wants to get this down in the dirt. This is breaking ball. That's the slider. It's right at the bottom of the zone at the knees. He's trying to bounce it. He lines it out of the ballpark. Keeps it fair. And just enough of it.
Well, this ballpark, from our vantage point way up high here, one thing that a lot of things jump out at me. The height being one, but number two, it's the antithesis of Oakland in that there's hardly any foul ground.
Right. You know, for a hitter, there's a lot of things to like about it.
What a one to Ozzie Albies.
You get into these types of ballparks and really just can't afford to make many mistakes, and especially when you're ahead in counts, as Andrew just was.
1-2 to Albies, who's a rookie out of Curacao. Highly regarded prospect. Same country that produced Andrew Jones. Coming in, having to play it on the hop is Hannigan. So he dunks it in for a base hit. Runner on, nobody out. Brings up Dansby Swanson. Swanson, a local kid out of Kennesaw, Georgia. I was talking to him before the game, and highly regarded, #1 pick by Arizona, 2015, then traded over here. Big basketball fan, big Duke fan. It's on a radio show I do with Coach K. Really good kid. It was nice to catch up with him. He had to go down to minor leagues for about a week to tighten up his swing. And now he's back. .38 games last year. He hit .302, 3 homers, 17 runs batted in.
Yeah, earlier this year they had him hitting second in the lineup. It didn't go well, so they had to send him back to the minor leagues, and now they've dropped him in the lineup, and he's swinging the bat much better.
Count evens at 1-1. Pitchers on deck. Mariners right in the thick of things in a wild card hunt. New York, Minnesota, the Angels, Kansas City, and the Mariners. Kansas City and the Mariners a game and a half back of those other clubs. Two and one. Here's that race. The Yankees having their struggle swinging the bats lately.
Yep.
Minnesota has rebounded. They'd hit the skids about 8-9 days ago, but they're right back in the thick of things. Alber's out of the University of Kentucky. Born and raised north Battleford in Saskatchewan, Canada. 6'1", 200 pounds. Quick throw over. Martin in center, a couple of steps towards right. Albies with one stolen base attempt. It's 1 for 1. This is 19th ball game. Alonso will take the out at first. Moving to second is Albies, 1 out. Hey, the Mariners return home Friday, September 1st. Going to open up a 9-game homestand, all against American League West teams. So enjoy 3-game series versus the A's, Astros, and the Angels. Get ready to catch all the division action. We're picking up your tickets right now at Mariners.com. Here's Foltynewicz, 2 for 34 this year. It's an 0.59 batting average. Got to get used to watching pitchers.
Yep.
It's one thing watch them on TV, but when you're doing a game,
it's one of the things I had to get used to when I was traded from the Mariners to the Dodgers.
I bet you did.
Just the way you have to play third a little bit differently, the way the defenses are, when are they going to bunt? All those different things come into play. Kyle backing up a little bit now with a couple of strikes on him.
Quick disposal, 2 down.
Just a good fastball in the outside corner. 3 pitches.
Albert's first strikeout. Top of the order, here's Inciarte again. Kurt Suzuki, leadoff homer in this second inning, tied it up. Albert's the pitcher with an infield singles, first big league hit and RBI. Got the Mariners on the board. Inside. When you were in the National League, who were the good hitting pitchers that you remember?
Good hitting pitchers that I remember. I'll think about that a little bit. Most of them were not very good, so it's hard to remember the ones that were.
Isn't that the truth? Well, for me growing up a few years before you, Drysdale, Carlton, Gibson.
Could swing it.
Don Newcomb could swing it. Back in the 50s with the Dodgers.
Russell could hit.
Whoa, Big Daddy.
He could hit.
And of course, what do you call it, the golfer? Who's the guy?
Roden.
Rick Roden.
Yep, he could swing it.
Yeah, Big Daddy didn't look like he could as much of an athlete. He's a good pitcher, and he could really
hit.
Put some wood on it. 2-1 to Enciarte.
Was able to say hello to somebody today that was a pretty good hitter, and Tom Glavine.
Good hitter.
Yep.
Mike Hampton was with us, bullpen coach. He was a very good hitter.
Very good hitter. Good athlete.
Glavine, a hockey player drafted by the Kings, is in the booth to our right. Braves TV had good eye-hand coordination. Great eye-hand coordination. 3-1. That's some trouble right there. It'll give the Braves the lead. Or is it? It is. Throw to second. Not in time. Ender Enciarte, 44th. Run batted in. So RBI. Single takes second on the throw.
Braves first hit with a runner in scoring position. Again, came into the game as a team hitting .270. Now 1 for 3 in the ball game. Fastball out over the plate, and he barrels it up. Albers threw 15 pitches in the first, now 21 so far here in the second.
Here's Brandon Phillips, bounced into a double play, strike one. On a 1-2, Phillips. First time out. Albers went 5 innings, 6 hits, a run, a walk, 4 Ks, gave up a home run, 77 pitches. Mariners got 6 1/3 out of Gallardo yesterday. Day before they got Miranda went 5+, and Erasmo Ramirez went 6 in the opener at Tampa Bay.
Well, the bullpen in pretty good shape. They're going to have a day off on Thursday coming up.
Well, 2 strikes. Scott Service talking about some pitching news. Felix is going to have a catch tomorrow. Paxton Wednesday. Iwakuma is going to have a bullpen in the next couple of days. And Gerard Dyson coming off the groin injury. He's working his way back quickly as well. David and Phelps might see him as early as Wednesday. Certainly, if not, then we'll see him in New York.
It would be great to get those additions back on the pitching side of things.
Now it stays at 1-2, 2 out, runner at second. Couple runs on the board here for the Braves.
And now 26 pitches in the inning.
Straightaway not too deep south of the outfield is playing Brandon Phillips. Albers and Zunino trying to get on the same page. They are, and here we go. 1-2. 71 miles an hour.
Yeah, took a lot off of it. Probably down out of the strike zone.
You mentioned 12-3. The Braves AAA Farm Club. Sharply hit. Segura's right there. Gathers up, throws out Phillips. That'll do it. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors and a man left. To the third we go, 2-1 Braves. Three here in Atlanta. Time now for our Geico This Date in MLB history. Take you back earlier today. The Salem Kaiser Volcanoes and the Hillsboro Hops, they experienced the first eclipse delay in baseball history. Forever noted. Started the game about 9 o'clock, about 9 a.m. Pacific time. Here we go with Yonder Alonso, Robinson Cano, and Kyle Seager. So what did the Mariners learn first time through against Mike Foltynewicz?
And he has a good fastball. Looked like a changeup, 89 miles an hour. He's topped out at 98. Look at the scouting report on him. He's going to use his fastball a lot, which he has. And he likes his slider.
Base hit by Alonso. Extends his hitting streak to 8 ball games.
Yeah, really good hitting. Just off the outside corner. Goes the other way with it.
Here's Robbie Cano, second time. He grounded out to the second baseman, Albies. Looks at strike 1.
I think one of the things that I've seen from him so far is not just the velocity on his fastball, but its movement. It's like a 2-seamer. Running it away from the lefties. You can see opponent's average first, second time through the lineup. It's been an issue for him, so hopefully the Mariners can take advantage of that.
Up and in to Cano. 1-1. Alonso, runner at first, and pitch swung on, popped up. Phillips takes control. A lot of talk about the eclipse. A lot of folks saw it. The next time it'll affect Major League Baseball, April 8 of 2024. Dallas and Cleveland in the path of totality. And for those of you keeping score at home, that April 8th, 2024 will be a Monday. And given how at April 8th is also the anniversary of Mr. Aaron's 715, that also could be an opening day in baseball 7 years hence. Strike 1 to Kyle Seager.
Kyle with a base hit his first time up. Again, hitting cleanup tonight. Nelson Cruz not in the lineup.
Two defenders, two extra defenders now on the right side of the infield. Shift on for Kyle. Swanson joining Albies and Freeman. 400 straight away, 335 down the left field line, 325. The right field line goes the other way. Is that going to stay fair? Yes, it does. Alonso will get the third. It's a ground rule double for Kyle. So one out, runners at second and third for the Mariners. Chance to get a couple runs on the board here. 2 for 2 day for Kyle Seager.
Going the other way both times. Again, there's the running fastball up in the zone. So not trying to pull. The two-seamer has helped Kyle. Picked up a couple of hits. Mariners in a good situation. Try to score another run. Kyle leads the club in doubles with 29.
2 runs on 4 hits for Atlanta. A run on 5 hits, 2 errors for the Mariners. There's the 1-0. Way outside, backhanded by Suzuki. Big pitch, 2-0. Takes for a strike.
Came back with a slider. Probably a ball off the outside corner, called a strike.
Right up the middle, backhanded by Albies. Throws out Haniger, but the run scores to tie the game at 2-2. And it totally depleted Fultonevich. RBI for Mitch. It's his 29th.
Having a good night. Hit this ball on the button, right back up the middle. Great play. Over Mitch. He has scored a run and now driven in a run. Having a good night.
Fultonevich had to feel like Charlie Brown on that one.
Ben Gamble with a base hit, his first time up, base hit into right field.
Two ball game. Chance for the lead here with Gamble 1-1. Love to get that lead run and more here. Popped it up. Swanson's got a good angle on it. And he makes the play. Mariners do tie it up. A run on 2 hits. No errors, leave a man. And we got a new ball game. Could be a very interesting 3-game series here in Atlanta. Atlanta, and you can enjoy the Cano Show in bobblehead form Saturday, September 9th. First 20,000 fans are going to score their very own Robinson Cano bobblehead, courtesy of Root Sports. This collectible could be yours, but first, you got to pick up your tickets. Mariners.com.
I like the bubble.
Oh, that's very distinct. Right on the money. I'm sure these guys will be asking friends in Seattle to mail them one. Freddie Freeman, Matt Kemp, Nick Markakis, 3, 4, 5 here. The Braves order bottom 3 in Atlanta at SunTrust Park. Freddie first time up, double to right. Cano out in short right field for Freeman.
We talked about it with Freeman. Really good low ball hitter. It's a 10-game hitting streak. Been swinging the bat well. 22 home runs in less than 300 at bats this year.
Two and two. We'll stay with the theme, Mike. Can he go 5? Can he go 6?
47 pitches, 33 strikes. We talked about it. I think it just depends on where the score is at and what Scott wants to do. I think with a number of the guys in the rotation, he wants them to try to get through the lineup a couple of times. That may be 4 1/3, it may be 6. Mariners are able to score a bunch of runs. Stay with them a little bit longer if he can.
Braves fouling off a lot of pitches. $12 foul balls against Albers. Worked the full count. Albers has struck out 1. He's walked 1. Double play, big help to him in the first inning. (3-2). Took a lot off, made him reach. Room service hop for Alonso, 1 down. Time now for a Century Link What's Next. Game 2 of this series will be Marco Gonzalez against Lucas Sims, and then Erasmo Ramirez goes against Robert Allen Dickey, one-time Mariner. Cy Young Award winner with the Mets a few years ago.
8-game winner, ERA under 4.
One out, nobody on. Here's Matt Kemp. Goes the other way, foul.
We were talking about it going 5, 6 innings. I think for Scott, Mel Stottlemyre Jr., it has to be one of the tougher jobs. One, to try to stay in this thing as far as the wild card goes, and then manage all these different pitchers. And really what you're deciding to do, it could change in the course of an inning.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's
no doubt about that.
Tim Bogar helping out. I guess the first thing, you walk through the door and who's available today.
Seriously.
Is what you need to know.
And then you double check a half hour later.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Again, you can't say enough of what these guys have done to be in this position. A game over 500, losing 4 of the 5 starters that you expected to have at the beginning of the year. It's unreal. Thank you, second wild card. Here's Segura. Throws out Kemp, 2-time All-Star. Kemp back with the Dodgers in 11 and 12. So 2 outs. Brings up Nick Markakis. Braves got their runs on a Kurt Suzuki leadoff homer down the left field line in the second inning. And later on with 2 outs, RBI single by Inciarte. Mariners got their runs. Albers helped himself. Bases loaded. Comebacker deflected off that outreached hand of the pitcher Foldenevich. And then an RBI ground out by Haniger in the third. That's trouble down the line. Gamble gets to it, and Markakis will hold.
Pretty good pitch. Set up outside. More inside, but an inside-out swing. Jams him a little bit. You can see the ball slicing, able to keep it fair. Good play by Gamble to get there quickly and get it back in, hold him to a single.
Nick Markakis at first. Here's Kurt Suzuki for the second time.
His home run, a line drive right down the line, barely keeping it fair.
About 9 feet off the ground, too.
That was his 14th home run on the year.
Played his college ball at Fullerton State, Wailuku, Hawaii, his home. Good for him at 33, still to be catching on a pretty regular basis, and he's always been one of the more athletic guys behind the plate in terms of being able to block, keep balls in front of him.
Having a solid year. Came into the game hitting .269. Hit his 14th home run tonight. Known more for his defense.
Oh, yeah.
But putting some numbers together.
Be an easy play. Inning over. Segura to Cano. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. And we go to inning number 4 in a 2-2 ball game. Thank you very much, Angie, as we bring you back to Atlanta. SunTrust Park, brand new home of the Braves. A lot of Mariner gear. Ran into some Mariner fans walking into the ballpark today from North Carolina. Became fans because of Ken Griffey Jr. As you look at the beautiful sights here a few minutes ago. The eclipse. If you were paying attention, I hope you, if you're really locked in, I hope you had your glasses on. Nobody did anything silly today and looked up at the sky, and during that whole time, dangerous situation. 0-2 to Mike Zunino.
Saw a number of Mariner fans today. I think one of them was from Yakima, another one from Edmonds, and another one, Dave, from New York. And I looked at him, and he had all the gear too. And I looked at him and I said, Mariner fan from New York, and same thing. I was a kid when Ken Griffey Jr. was doing his thing, and been a fan ever since.
Ball of 2 strikes. Swing and miss. How'd you like last night? Played the Cardinals and the Pirates played that little.
I thought that was great.
That really was.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Interacting with the kids and everything.
Yeah, I really liked it a lot. I hope it's something that they're going to do yearly. it's difficult sometimes to get the players to buy into something like that just because it is different. And if you are a team that is in the race, you want everything to be the same. But to take a day out and do that, I thought was really, really cool. And the interviews they did after, I saw a couple from the Pirates were really
Bell.
very positive, very good. I thought I really enjoyed it. So hopefully they'll continue that.
Right, they used to have the Hall of Fame game, an exhibition game at Cooperstown, but I like this one a lot. Ooh, look out.
So do I.
Hits Martin. And the guys get to interact with the kids. And there's, what, 2 Cardinals and a Pirate who had been to the World, that played in the Little League World Series up in Williamsport. And the other thing that I got a kick out of, hey, we're playing in a Little League setting. Into the game, both teams line up, shake hands.
Yeah, no, I liked it a lot. And Martin getting the start in center field. Haniger in right, Cruz out of the lineup. And on the tricep, he's going to feel that one. I liked that all the little leaguers that were there, the kids that were there. It was really well done. And the Hall of Fame game, I played in that. And it was fine. It was great, but I just thought it was neat just because of all the kids that were involved in this game that they played yesterday.
And the interactions. I mean, they got to.
That was the best part about it.
That's what the kids were talking about. Hey, wow! When's the next time I'm gonna get a chance to talk to a major league? Get an autograph, picture. Here's a bunt, and it's a beauty. And Suzuki had caught the ricochet after Martin got hit by a pitch. A sacrifice successful.
Perfect. Really trying to help himself offensively. He picked up a base hit and drove in a run. And now he gets the sacrifice down.
Good bunt. The runner in scoring position. That's Martin. Albers has done a nice job with the base hit and RBI, now a sacrifice. See if Segura can pick up that go-ahead run. One-0 pitch.
He still has the good fastball, 98 miles an hour.
Segura beginning the 3rd time through against Fultonevich. Good count for Gene, 2-0. 3-0. Fultonevich looks like he's really angry with himself out there. The way he's moving around. 3-0.
That was one of the things that I heard today. They were talking about him, and it was body language and the way that he reacted to situations, especially if things didn't go particularly well. And they've been trying to clean that up from him. It's a lot of wasted energy.
Just hang in there. Easier said than done, but most guys do. A great situation here with Alonso. Got a base hit to left. Run scored, 3rd inning. He's got runners at 1st and 2nd, 2 out. Let's see if he lays one in there. Yonder jumps on it. Two and 0.
Play him straight up in the outfield. You can see the shift on the infield.
See if he gets one he can lean on. 2-0 pitch. And he throws it away. That works out well for the Mariners. Runners move up 90 feet.
Chance to pick up 2 runs with a base hit as opposed to just 1. There'll be an error on the pitcher. A little bit of a timing play, and he's late. Doesn't get turned all the way around, square himself up, and throws it away. He knew it right away. Head down.
Good time to jump on him right here. 2-0 in a 2-2 ball game. 2 outs. 3-0. He threw that one in anger and missed badly. 7 straight balls he's thrown. .30 pitch to Alonso. There he goes yonder down the line. That'll pick up 2. Yonder Alonso, big moment. His first green light as a Mariner, picks up 2 runs on a double. The Mariners have a 4-2 lead.
And Scott Service letting him swing away. 3-0. Pays off. A couple of RBIs for him. More importantly, a couple of runs for the Mariners. Well, he knows he's getting a fastball, and that's the reason why you give him the green light. Barrel on it. Solid line drive, base hit. So a hit batter, a walk, and an error pays off for the Mariners. Some mistakes by the Braves. Mariners now 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
Like Suzuki going out for an attitude adjustment. .42 lead for the Mariners. 4 runs on 6 hits now. 2 errors and 4 left. 2 runs, 5 hits, an error, and 4 left by the Braves. Chance here for Cano to continue this thing with 2 outs. Up the middle, top spin's going to get through. Alonso lumbering, coming around. Here's the throw. It is not in time. He beat the tag. RBI for Cano, takes second on the throw. 5-2 Mariners.
I'm wondering if Suzuki maybe missed the tag. Clutch base hit. Look as if the throw was there in time to get him. And here you go. Robbie hits it right back up the middle again. Good run on the fastball. Alonso with his secondary lead. He breaks right away, sending him. Strong throw.
They missed it.
I think he just missed it.
Came up with air. Yep. Missed everything.
Wow.
Less than an inch probably, but he didn't touch him.
What a great look.
Chuck Hernandez, the pitching coach, out for some words with Fultonevich.
For the Mariners starting this road trip in Tampa, the first 2 games they scored 7 runs in each of the first 2, winning those games. Had a tough time yesterday, but swinging the bats again today with 5 runs on the scoreboard. Kyle already with a couple of hits. Had a base hit to left center and a double down the left field line.
Keep it rolling with 2 outs. Mariners scoring 4 or more runs, 58-19. 5-2 lead here in the 4th. So 2-0. Throws another cookie, crumble it right here.
He's really struggled. We saw that from those numbers overall. A lot of walks for him.
20th.
Really struggled in his last 2 outings coming into this game.
Down the left field line. That was pitch number 20. Kyle, the 7th man to the plate here in the 4th inning.
There is nothing wrong with his stuff. This fastball has been 95 to 98 miles an hour. Looks like he has a pretty good slider. Mixing in a changeup to go with it. At this level, location and counts. Too many hitters counts, they'll make you pay.
Kyle's got the good count at 3-1. Bobby was ahead 1-0. Alonso was 3-0. He walked Segura on 4 pitches. 3-1 pitch. He was ready.
Another off-speed pitch.
39 balls, 42 strikes. Boltonevich. Three-two pitch, 2 outs, runner at second. Jammed it, popped it up. Long run, Swanson, look out. Wow, left fielder Matt Kemp made that a dicey looking play there. Mariners with a big inning put up a 3 spot on the board, take a 5-2 lead. All right, Angie, thank you very much. Good to hear from Mariner fans checking in from all over the country. So Andrew Albers now has a 5-2 lead. Mariners put up 3 runs on 2 hits, take advantage of an error. Top half of this inning. He's got Ozzie Albies here leading off. Bottom third of the order, followed by Swanson and Fultonevich is scheduled. Is there action in the bullpen? Looks like just starting up right now for the Braves.
Some of the Mariners stretching in their pen, nobody getting loose.
Mariners have done well on the road there.
Yeah, Albers now 62 pitches, 45 strikes, so he's throwing a lot of strikes, which is good to see. He has to work ahead. We talked about that. There's another slow breaking ball from him, 69 miles an hour. I think that's at the bottom that we've seen so far. We've seen 71 a couple of times. Well, nice job mixing it up, though.
Gives you a little motion, and you know, can be sneaky fast on occasion.
Yeah, a little back and forth. You're right. Jammed him.
Who's taking charge? It's Martinez, center fielder, 1 out. So 1 down here in the Braves' 4th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 1 out here in the Braves' 4th. Insby Swanson grounded out to first baseman Yonder Alonso. Talking about it last week, the new prominence of the face guard. Swanson gets into this one. Gamble got a great jump.
Yeah, we were talking about it. I think it's smart.
So Fultonevich is going to swing the bat. Struck out on 3 pitches back in the 2nd inning.
All fastballs away from him. Like a fastball in the outside corner.
You're an American League pitcher and catcher. Must be licking your chops when you see a pitcher coming from a 9 spot, right?
I'll throw another fastball off the plate away.
He did go, and that's what he did. Good call. It's academic sometimes, isn't it? 1, 2, 3 in the 4th. On Root Sports is brought to you by Clearwater Casino. So many reasons to come out and play. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Good look at the eclipse. It is fascinating, I must say, and I like it better this way, to be honest with you. But this is really something special you don't get to see every day, obviously. 2024, April 8th is the next big one that you'll be able to see. And that eclipse will work its way from Texas to Maine. If you look at Mitch Haniger. Mitch with an RBI ground out, reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 2nd.
His last time up, hit the ball hard, right back up the middle. Albies, the second baseman, diving play, take a base hit away from him.
One to count. Coming down the stretch here, this is game 126 for the Mariners. Mile high pop.
Well, you mentioned it, not much foul ground. That's a little bit of a break right there.
Indeed.
Looks like a Mariner fan ended up with the foul ball.
So another shot here for Haniger. Haniger, Gamble, and Zunino, 5, 6, and 7 in the order coming up. Jeff Nelson said, yes, you did. Strikeout. Number 3 for Fultonevich. Bring up Ben Gamble. Single to right and a pop to short tonight.
Well, the other part of it with Albers, he's worked his way through the lineup twice now through the 4 innings. And it looks like Scott's going to stay with him for a little bit longer. Give him a chance maybe to go 3rd time through, or at least the 5th inning. Nobody getting loose in the Mariner pen.
Encouraging.
Yeah. And it's going to be this way. You have to keep your eye on the score. How the pitcher's throwing on a particular night. All those things are going to come into play on how he manages this. I spoke to him the other day when we were in Tampa. And he said all those factors come into play when you're trying to work your way through it. Sometimes it's trying to work through 2, 3, 4 innings. Sometimes it's just to get through the next inning.
That's why the gig's called managing. Done a pretty good job. Real good job. Here's Inciarte. Giving way to Kemp. 2 outs. Cheer on the team, then round your way home with the Sound Transit Day Pass. Learn more at soundtransit.org. Brings up Mike Zunino, ground out to short and a strikeout at the hands of Mike Foltynewicz. Down low, ball 1. One to one to Mike. Way outside, high, 96.
Yeah, 94 pitches, so this will be his last inning. 94 pitches, 51 strikes.
2-1 to Mike. Get down to Phillips. Throws him out. Mariners gone in the 5th. Good news, they lead 5-2. Time now for today's T-Mobile Unlimited Baseball Break. And check this out. National League RBI leader since 11. And showing the importance of keeping guys like Inciarte and Phillips off the bags. Jay Bruce, Goldschmidt, McCutchen, Stanton, Kemp, and Freeman. Those boys can rake.
And Freeman this year hitting .388 with runners in scoring position. So he's hitting 3rd in the lineup. Those two gentlemen you were mentioning right in front of him. So, yeah, it's really important. Inciarte was able to reach on an error, but a double play ball. Had Freeman hitting with nobody on base. That was back in the 1st inning. Ciarte with a base hit, but then Phillips grounded out right after that to end the inning. So, pretty good job.
4th time through now. And 3rd time through for Albers. Easy play. Martin, 1 down.
And a quick out. I'd like to see that.
Indeed. I don't ever remember, and obviously it's happened, but I can't remember since we've been doing this or any other time, and he gets so excited when you get a guy into the 5th inning.
It's been, hey, look, it's been that kind of year, and it's especially been that way over the last, well, since Paxton basically has gone on the disabled list.
The 2nd time.
Yeah, so because he was your break, right? It would come around to James, and okay, we'll reset everything.
7, 8, yeah.
Yeah, they haven't had that option since he went on the DL, so it's kind of been that way ever since. But it seems as if, and here's the thing that you and I had talked about. This is something that Scott was talking about too, and it sounds, you know, of course you want more offense, but he was saying that how necessary it was to have that offense so that he could stay with the guys a little bit longer, and that's the reason why you mentioned the innings that they were able to log in Tampa in those first couple of games, because they went out and scored 7 runs a game, and now they're ahead by 3 runs here. So I don't think it will take him long from this point forward to go get Albers, but you just keep running them out there. A couple of quick outs.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
I mean, this formula for this inning, it's working beautifully. 2 very quick outs. Look at Freddie Freeman. Commemorate the inaugural Players Weekend, August 25th through the 27th at MLBshop.com with limited edition Mariners jerseys and tees featuring player-pick nicknames. You can wear the gear the players are going to wear on field this coming weekend. Available while supplies last at MLBshop.com. That was the other feature in that game last night, Cardinals-Pirates, where they had the player uniforms and the nicknames and all that stuff. It'll be interesting watching what happens when we get to Yankee Stadium for the weekend and see all the gear and the thanks that guys are given to. They have an open space on the sleeve where you can thank a player, you know, coach, your mom, your dad, somebody who's influential in your career. That's a good touch.
Well, there's a couple of things, and Manfred has talked about this, but when you talk about the kids yesterday and then the guys having some fun over the course of the weekend doing these things, I think is great.
Tell you what, they're going to sell a bunch of jerseys, and they know it too.
Well, that does not hurt.
This is a commercial enterprise after all.
But I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Ball and 2 strikes to Freeman. How about this? A 7-pitch inning by Andrew Albers. Beautifully done against the top of the order of the Braves. Yep, he should feel good. All right, Angie, thank you very much. Mariner fans enjoying what they're seeing so far to this .52 lead, top 6. First pitch to Martin, ball 1. Big swing. Martin, Albers, and Segura coming up. Andrew's done a good job tonight. RBI single and a sacrifice.
And he's really thrown the ball well, and that's why he's standing on that batter circle right now, giving himself a chance to hit.
7 pitches in the 5th inning, 76 total. Great numbers. That's a base hit for Leonis Martin.
See if he can get the bunt down again. Help himself out. Solid base hit. Pitch off the plate away. It's a good sign for Leonis as he goes the other way with it. Albers, as Dave mentioned, already a sacrifice bunt. So he'll get the bunt down again. Phillips playing in on the grass at third.
Take a look at our Alexis pitching matchup. Here's what the starters have done. What a 1-2, Andrew. Good lead by Martin. He's chased back.
You know, it's really impressive because I can remember myself when you go through the course of the winter and you first show up in spring training, and that first day you go in there and you take batting practice off of one of the pitchers and they're throwing 90, 95 miles an hour and it looks like 100. You keep it fair. No, he had a good bunt there. So for him, it can't be real comfortable.
No.
Yet he's picked up a base hit and an RBI and able to get the sacrifice down. I'm sure Scott will ask him to do it again. This time we'll keep it fair.
Albers played with a lot of these guys, so some exchanging smiles and nods. Just acknowledging Freddie Freeman. Played with Swanson, Albies, Lane Adams, Lucas Sims, who pitches tomorrow. Oh, that was close. Corey Blazer, first base umpire. Thought about challenging that. They'll pass. Ball and 2 strikes. Gets the bunt down. It's a beauty. Freeman to the second baseman. Albies, good job. Second bunt laid down. Albert's done a good job.
Yeah, they look good.
Bring up Segura now. Ground out the third, walk and a run scored. Andrew Albers, good job. Martin retreats. Swanson throws out Segura, out number 2. (5-2) Mariners. So we play here top of the 6th, and coming up tomorrow, CenturyLink brings you what's next. Marco Gonzalez back pitching in a National League park. He had come from St. Louis. Lucas Sims will be his mound opponent, and then Erasmo Ramirez against R.A. Dickey at on Wednesday. Going there at 4 p.m. Good day here for Alonso. Got a green light, 3-0 last time up. 2-run double down the right field line.
With
Third
Andrew,
inning, he singled to left.
With Andrew having the game that he is having, and you have Marco Gonzalez going tomorrow, he's giving him a really nice blueprint to watch Just a matter of he can go out and execute it. But a real good idea of how to get these guys out, how aggressive they're going to be. He's had some quick outs in the game.
Similar styles, though. Let me ask you this: having seen this guy, what advantage does that give Atlanta?
I think it gives them a little bit on a timing thing because their fastballs are similar. The breaking ball looks a little bit different, change up, that kind of thing. But I think it certainly helps. But like anything,
what a jump! Martin was halfway.
Yeah.
It's stolen base easily.
They weren't paying attention to him at all. They took advantage of it. So I think they'll have a little bit of an advantage. But if he executes his pitches,
right,
the way Andrew has tonight, I think he'll be fine.
Ideally, you'd like to mix in a hard thrower in there in between these two guys. Easy bag for Martin. It's his 6th.
You never know. Might throw one to the backstop, an error.
Exactly.
How about a base hit?
Maybe even better. Deep drive, right field, and it bangs off the wall. Alonso digging for second, in there safely. Back-to-back doubles for Yonder Alonso. Another RBI, and the Mariner lead goes to 6-2. Came in with a 7-game hitting streak, and he's had hits in his last 3 at-bats. Driven in 3. Nicely done.
We got a big night for him. That fastball right in the middle of the plate. Thought I had a chance to hit it out of the ballpark. Good night for him. 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and scored a run.
Foldenevich, he's done. As the Mariners hang 6 on him. And again, doing some damage with 2 outs. Be back with more right after this. Earlier today here in Atlanta. Wow. So it's getting a little bit darker. Yeah. Don't want to get mesmerized by that. So they tell you not to look at it with the naked eye up in the sky, just watching the recording. That's enough. Dan Winkler, new pitcher.
You can see reinstated from the 60-day DL.
First hitter, Robbie Cano. Cano with an RBI single to center back in the 4th. He's 1 for 3 today.
Good to see Winkler back on the mound again. Threw a pitch last year, and on the pitch he ended up breaking his elbow. So he's just working his way back.
Hit it long, far, and foul.
And there you go. 5 2/3, 9 hits, 6 earned runs, a couple of walks, 3 strikeouts. A lot of hitters counts. Mariners taking advantage of that.
One to Cano. fouled off. Winkler, born and still lives in Effingham, Illinois. So Robbie Cano trying to keep this inning going with 2 outs. Another RBI out there for him. 4th inning RBI runs his total to 78. Hit it hard. Albies is there, and that'll do it. Mariners pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left. The lead now for Seattle 6-2. Sports being brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And buy steel. To find your local steel dealer, visit steeldealers.com. The Hammer. Henry Aaron, great statue here at SunTrust Park, honoring one of the all-time greats, Major League Baseball history, the consummate gentleman. There's his number, retired Eddie Matthews on the left, 47, Tom Glavine. Matt Kemp to lead off. And first pitch off the plate. Bill Kruger joins us right now, senior baseball analyst. Bill, your thoughts on Andrew Albers at this point?
Yeah. No, we saw Jamie Moyer, pretty nice career. Took him a while to get it figured out, but once he was there, it was terrific. Can you talk a little bit, Bill, and then just explain the ability to add and subtract? Because I was talking about it earlier in the game, how important it was going to be for him to locate his fastball, but really he needs to do more than that, and I think the add and subtract that you were alluding to with the changeup is important.
Absolutely. Bill, thanks so much. Look forward to hearing you on the post-game show. Mariners post-game presented by Alaska Airlines after this ball game. Matt Kemp reached on a catcher's interference. And now here's Nick Markakis. So 0-2 here to Nick. Got a base hit to left in the third inning. He's 1 for 2. The 0-2. Doing a good job getting in on their hands.
Well, that's a big key for him. Get ahead early. We talked about it. I think it was on a slider, an 0-2 slider that he gave up a base hit on. Oh, it was the home run, actually. You know, for him, he can't afford to do that. And that last pitch, 0-2, actually a good fastball just off the inside corner to jam him up.
Here comes Henniger. He's got to play it. Good back in. Base hit from Markakis. Sounded like he broke his bat in the process. 2 on here for Atlanta in the 6th.
Well, he's used this slow breaking ball a number of times. Say that's a curve ball.
So Scott Service coming to get him here. 86 pitches for Albers.
Nicely done.
Very nicely done. 6-2 leaves with the lead. Mariners go to the pen. Kurt Suzuki will be the hitter, and he'll face Emilio Pagan. For the Mariners getting into the 6th inning on 86 pitches. And the boys helped him out swinging the bats tonight with 6 up on the board.
5+ for him. 6 hits, a couple of runs. They were earned. 1 solo home run. 1 walk, big key for him. 3 strikeouts, 85 pitches, 65 strikes. Also picked up a base hit, an RBI, a couple of sacrifice bunts.
And Beacon Plumbing brings us call to the bullpen. Here's Emilio Pagan.
18 appearances, a 2.65 ERA has really thrown the ball well for the Mariners. 36 strikeouts in 34 innings. Opponents hitting just 193. Fastball at 94 miles an hour and a slider.
Runners at first and second. Kurt Suzuki, the hitter. Nobody out. Good start for Emilio. First pitch strike. Suzuki, leadoff homer in the 2nd, down the left field line. Just kept it fair. Got it over the short fence. One to one. Kemp's at 2nd. He reached base via the catcher's interference, and then a base hit by Markakis. Time called. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Ball and 2 strikes.
And a good fastball at 95 miles an hour, right on the outside corner.
Other games of big interest for the Mariners in a doubleheader. White Sox in the first game beat Minnesota 7-6. Second game, no score, second inning. That's in Chicago. Baltimore leads Oakland 6-2 in the 7th. Up the coast at Charm City. And that's about it in terms of major interest here with the Angels. Texas and the Angels, they're going to start in about a half hour. There's your Braves scoring summary. Mariners a double play depth in the infield. Suzuki taking a lot of time here. The gun ready with the 1-2 pitch to Kurt Suzuki. Nino has a play. Big out.
The Braves are now 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position.
Friday, September 1st, it marks EQC Girls Night Out at the ballpark. You pick up a ticket, a Mariners knit head warmer, and a drink voucher, all for $40. This special offer is available only at Mariners.com/girls. Ozzie Albies, second baseman's got a base hit and run scored in the second. Flied out to center in the fourth. We get a heater by Pagan at 95, fouled off.
He's hit 95 a number of times.
Boston leads Cleveland 4-3, top of the 7th. Arizona 1-0 at the Mets in the 7th. Dodgers 5-3, bottom 8 at Pittsburgh. Martin giving chase, long run, can't get it, slips, falls, got to get up. 2 runners are going to score. Albies flying to third. He'll get the stop sign right there from Ron Washington. 2-run triple. That is a scalded line drive over the head of the center fielder, Leonis Martin. Couple RBIs for Ozzie, his 3rd triple in RBIs 8 and 9.
That was on a slider right in the middle of the plate. Martin was playing shallow, and then he hits the warning track, and you can see feet right out from underneath him.
A good lean. It can run.
Easy triple for Albus.
So 2 outs, runner at third. Tying run at the plate. Dansby Swanson 0 for 2. Ground out and line out.
Lane Adams is on deck. He will pinch hit.
Catcher's interference, a little dunk shot to right, and after 1 out, a 2-run triple. Fly ball right field. Haniger, he's got room. Tagging is Albies. We got a 1-run ball game. RBI for Swanson, his 41st. 2 down. And batting for the pitcher, Winkler, got Lane Adams.
You see his numbers, hitting .261 on the year, just 1 home run.
13th round pick of Kansas City back in '09, 27 years old, Tallahena, Oklahoma. Been up and down in the minors, played just 6 games at Kansas City back in the '14 season. Strike 1. Sam Freeman, a left-hander, warming up for the Braves. One, 2. Big 3 on the board here for the Braves in the 6th. What a 2. Ground ball surrounded by Segura, throws across, safe. Good speed. Inning continues here.
Segura was able to get to it in pretty good shape, but just too much speed. Ball was hit in the hole. He was playing more towards the middle. When the hustle by Adams, you can smell the base hit. Gets rid of it quickly, has something on it. Just too much speed. And Scott Service going to make a pitching change.
Inciarte coming to the plate. That'll do it for Pagan. Gives up a 2-run triple and a sac fly. Mariners holding a 6-5 lead with a tying run at first. Brought to you by Mattress Firm. 2 more games after tonight. Day off Thursday in New York. Play the Yankees for 3, then go down I-95 to Baltimore for 3. And then come home for a good-looking homestand against American League West competition with a couple of days off in there. The A's, the Astros, and the Angels all coming to Seattle. Get your tickets now. Mark Zepchinski called on to get a big out right here.
This will be appearance number 50 for him. A 2.73 ERA. Opponents hitting 196 against Mark. Good sinking fastball at 92 miles an hour. Slider, occasional changeup.
Trying to get Ender Inciarte. 1 for 3 with an RBI. Ciarte's 1 for 3 against Sepchinski. Ciarte, the 7th man to the plate here in the 6th inning. Ball 1.
Martin shading towards left center. Gamble towards the line. Expecting him to hit the ball the other way in the air. Straight up on the infield. See Seager in on the grass at third.
Gotta have an out here. 1-0 pitch. 2-0. Cut into this lead in a big way. Two-0 pitch, got to get back in the count, and he does. Been a good year for Sepchinski. Two-one pitch.
Mark keeping an eye on him, as he should. Adams with the infield hit, letting everybody know that he can run. Showing some pretty good speed.
Yeah, that was exceptional how quickly he got down that line. 2-1, there he goes. Pitch swung on and missed. Throw by Zunino. Safe. Lane Adams with a stolen base. That's his 7th.
Pretty good jump. Braves are 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Ciarte with an RBI earlier in the game.
Tying run 90 feet closer. 2-2 pitch with 2 outs, runner at second. Slow roller, Robbie. Coming in, got to hurry, bobbled. Here comes the runner coming home. Here's the throw to the plate, and got him. Kept his head up, didn't quit. Cutting down that tying run at the plate. Wow. Is under review.
You see the bobble right here. Robbie recovers once he notices he's trying to score from second base. Strong throw, accurate throw to home. Definitely gets his foot on the plate. It's just a matter of whether Mike was able to tag him before. Jeff Nelson, the home plate umpire, right on top of the play. He calls him out. And he is.
There you go. So step aside. Robbie Cano hanging in there, making a play, and the Mariners still lead here in Atlanta. Bank difference of the ball game. And what a play here by Cano. His awareness was heightened after he dropped it. Made a strong throw. Zunino applies the tag. Jeff Nelson, home plate umpire, and the crew chief had a good look at it.
Oh, he's right on top of it.
105 on the review, and there rings him up.
We talk about Robbie's arm all the time. A strong, accurate throw. Easy throw for Mike to handle.
Out on it. Chance for Mike to get in there and get him. And he did. See if the Mariners can get some more separation here. They're only up by a run now. They had a 6-2 lead. Kyle Seager going to lead it off. And again, no Nelson Cruz. We're in the National League ballpark. They see him at some point as a pinch hitter. And that is a foul ball.
Sam Freeman on the mound, left-hander, hard-throwing left-hander for the Braves. His average fastball this year, 95 miles an hour. There's a slider and a split to go with it. Where are his numbers? 41 appearances, a 3.27 ERA, 47 strikeouts in 44 innings. That's a good number. The bad number, 20 walks, so he can get wild at times.
Shift on for Kyle.
You mentioned Nelson. I think Scott would like to use him in this inning. That means there's going to be some guys on base. He's hitting for the pitcher.
Oh, and hanging up. Shortstop. Swanson coming over, makes a play. Bring up Mitch Haniger. RBI ground out back in the third. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second. He's 0 for 3 with an RBI. The ground ball that he hit. Just joining us, Mike Fultonevich was the starter. And he just ripped one through the middle, and he depleted the pitcher, but the second baseman was shading up the middle and was able to snag the one hopper. Swanson, back foot on the grass, throws him out.
Strong arm.
Two outs here in the Mariners' 7th. Include Mariners baseball in your Labor Day holiday plans. Monday, September 4. ECU half price day where fans can score select seats for $13. Plus enjoy happy hour specials when the Mariners host the Astros at 3:40. Get your tickets, mariners.com/tickets. 2 outs for Ben Gamble, nobody on. Ben tonight with a base hit to right. Second inning, since then a pop to short, fly to left. Facing off against Sam Freeman, 29 years old, born in Houston, lives in Prosper, Texas now. Here's strike 1-1. Sam 5'11", $180.
And a good arm. Last fastball at 95.
End of the bat, backhanded by Swanson. Slings it across. That'll do it. Mariners go in order in the 7th. Time to stretch here in Atlanta. Mariners hold a 1-run lead in this opener here in Atlanta. Washington's lottery. Get out and play today. A little fun at the ballpark here. Yeah, so you wanted to go on a ride, huh? Cutie having some fun. She enjoyed that. More, mommy, more.
Why not? Scout Service looking at his card. Guys in the bullpen who's going to be due up for the Braves. The matchups that he wants. Zepchinski in the game right now. You have Freeman. He's the one left-hander that you would be concerned about. He's hitting second. So you have Phillips, Freeman, the lefty, and then Matt Kemp. Markakis, another left-hander after that. So we'll see how long he will stay with Mark.
2, 3, 4 in the order. Phillips, Freeman, and Kemp. 7th inning. Mariners had a 6-2 lead. It's been closed to 6-5. 2-run triple by Albies in the 6th inning. Sacrifice fly by Swanson. Followed immediately thereafter. Coming on, Gamble. Oh, and he couldn't hold on. And a good jump, had it and couldn't hold on. So it'll be a base hit for Phillips.
Right off the heel of his glove. I think he stumbles a little bit, and that's the reason why I went off the heel of his glove. Typically, he's sure-handed. Most of the time he would use 2 hands, but I think he stumbles a little bit, and that's the reason why he tried it with the 1 hand. It's right off the heel. His glove is almost off of his hand.
Wow, tough break. See if he can get a double play. Ball 1. Freddie Freeman, the hitter, double back in the first. ground out and strikeout looking since.
For Mark, the real strength for him is to keep the ball on the ground. Good sinking fastball at 92 in the slider, but Freeman likes the low ball. Well, this is an interesting matchup.
Two-0. Segura and Cano open to turn 2 here. 2-0 pitch. Boy, that made Eddie Perez move. First base coach.
He was a good catcher back in the day.
Yeah, he was. In those early 90s teams that had that string of division winners. Had some big hits, too. Number 2 catcher. And he was Greg Maddox's catcher, too, every 5 days. Good pitch by Zepchinski, 2-2.
And what a difference a call is made, and either in your favor or not. That was borderline pitch. Goes Mark's way. It's a huge advantage. 2-2 as opposed to 3-1.
Nick Vincent heating up for the Mariners in their pen. 2-2 here, now stepping off. Two-two pitch here. Swing and a miss. That's a big strikeout. The number 3 hitter, Freddie Freeman. Zepchinski with a big moment for the Mariners here in the 7th.
After a number of fastballs inside, a well-located slider down out of the strike zone to get him to chase it. He's going to stay with Mark. Again, you have Markakis coming out on deck, another left-handed hitter. See if he can get the double play ball. Good two-seamer down and away from him.
Kemp 0 for 1 against Zepchinski. Decent lead by Phillips. Zepchinski to the plate. Kemp got a piece of it. Strike 1. Kemp with a walk, a ground out, reached on a catcher's interference in the 6th. Scored on the 2-run triple by Albies. One out and an 0-1 pitch. Whoa, nice stop there by Zunino. Minnesota in the second game of the doubleheader now leads 6-0 on the White Sox in the 2nd. Tony Zick and Nick Vincent heating up. 1-1 pitch. Phillips has 9 stolen bases, been caught 6 times. One pitch, runner goes, swung on a miss, throw by Zunino, and it is in time, got him. Mike Zunino throws out Phillips, out number 2.
Just a perfect throw. Take a look at Mike, anticipating him running, quick feet, and throws a strike.
No quick hands, get
He
that
always
tag
puts,
down.
He always
right?
puts the quick tag on him. He's one of the best I've seen at it. That's right. It's a big play in the ball game.
Ground ball, here's Seager. Throws out. Alonso couldn't hold on. Danny 3.
And we'll take a look at it. Pretty routine play, it looks like. And it is.
Oh, my goodness.
Right off the heel of his glove. He can't believe it.
Boy, Zipchinski's going to have to pick him up right here, getting Markakis. Tying around a board, Markakis represents a go-ahead run. Ball 1.
Mariners with 4 errors tonight. That is a season high for him.
One-0 pitch. Just inside.
Mel Stottlemyre making a trip out to the mound. His misses with his fastball have been on the same side of the plate. Inside to the lefties, away to the righties. He's made some pitches when he's needed to. Should be out of the inning. This is the situation he's in now. Hitters count to Markakis, a pretty good hitter. Markakis with a couple of hits, scored a run. And he will use the entire field.
A critical out needed right here. 2-0 pitch. Figured that would happen. Base hit. Now Haniger bobbles. Wow, what's going on?
Well, hitters count, gets a fastball. It's going to be middle in, hits it through the hole on the right side. Fortunately, Mitch was able to pick it up, and Kemp only able to get to second base. That's some switching going on. Moretti is going into left field, and looks like Nick Vincent's going to come into the ball game.
So double switch. We are, after all, in the National League. 6-5. Braves threatening. Brought to you by Jack in the Box. Come try the new Smoky Jack Burger or Chicken Sandwich, limited time only. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. and by CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. Our first visit at brand new SunTrust Park, just outside Atlanta proper. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. New home of the Braves. They've made their leave from Turner Field. Here's Nick Vincent.
And for Nick, 54 appearances on the year, a 1.93 ERA. He's really pitched well for the Mariners. He's been so important to him. Opponents hitting 226. Fastball at 90, cutter 87, 88, and a slider.
Popped it up. Good news. Cano makes the play. Inning over. No runs. Right, hit, 2 hits, an error, and a couple of men left. Mariners still lead 6-5. Casino, big catch. And Andrew Albers, what a night he had.
That thing's doing really well for him. Picks up a base hit to drive in a run. Positive there. Helping himself out on the offensive side of things. And then how about a little bit of defense? Come backer, handles that, no problem at all.
That was in the 5th inning. He threw 7 pitches, and he finishes off the frame, getting Freeman looking.
Had a couple sacrifice bunts, too.
Hard throwing. Jose Ramirez takes over.
His average fastball this year at 97 miles an hour. He will hit 100. 54 appearances, 2.5 ERA. When it's hitting 174, he has given up 6 home runs. Good count for Mike. Mike 0 for 3, looking for his first hit.
3-0, can't find the plate. Leonis Martins on deck. Four pitch walk.
Pitch meeting tonight's attendance 21,284. 2,128.
Martin with a base hit his last time up. He scored a couple of runs tonight.
I like that base hit he had back in the 6th inning. Fastball away, went with it, hit it hard the other way. Stole a base too. First pitch from Ramirez. Outside. Ball 1. Still hadn't thrown a strike.
Don't help him out. Suzuki, the catcher, going out to the mound. Trying to help him out.
Good opportunity here for the Mariners against Ramirez, who pitched 5 games for the Mariners back in the 2015 season. Had been with the Yankees for a couple of seasons. His first strike he's thrown this evening. Good rip at it. 2-2.
Yeah, 99 miles an hour. Again on the outer half of the plate.
Ramirez out of Yaguate in the Dominican Republic. 27 years old. Two-two pitch with Zunino at first. So Martin swings through. He's gone. 1 away. Make sure you join us tomorrow during the Mariners game for another round of Twitter Tuesday. You're going to have 5 chances to win exciting prizes just by interacting with us on Twitter throughout the ballgame. We're going to be posting questions. I want to hear from you, so be sure to watch and follow us on Twitter at rootsports_NW. For giveaway rules, visit us at rootsports.com.
Heredia will get his first at bat. The double switch came in for Ben Gamel. Now in left field.
Guillermo 0 for 3 in yesterday's game. Mariners got a run in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 1 in the sixth. For Atlanta, 2 in the first, 3 in the sixth. Foul ball. Ball 2 strikes to Guillermo. Swing and a miss. 2 away.
Back to the top of the lineup, Gene Segura. He's 0 for 3. He did walk in the fourth and scored a run.
Segura 0 for 1 against Ramirez. It certainly has a live arm, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He's hit 99 a number of times. He's not trying to work off the edges of the plate either.
No. Swanson. Flip. Got him. Home 8th here in Atlanta. Mariners holding on. 1-run lead. One of a 3-game set in Atlanta before we go to New York and Baltimore. Question for you. Are you the ultimate Northwest fan in the state of Washington? Well, then Roots Sports is looking for you throughout the month of August. You got 3 days left to submit a photo and story on our website at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan. You can win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle for the Mariners Ultimate Weekend event in September, personalized jersey, and more. So get on it. Mariner fans in the ballpark here, 21,284. It's been a really good representation of Mariner gear here at SunTrust Park. Nick Vincent continues on. He's got Ozzie Albies, and here is Vincent throwing him out. Good play, Nick off the man quickly.
He's a good fielding pitcher. No problem for him at all. We'll take a look at it. Trying to bunt for a base hit. You can see Kyle is in at third, but he's off the mound quickly.
Calm throw.
Yeah, no problem.
Brings up shortstop Dansby Swanson. Swanson with a sac fly, last time up in the 6th. Six runs on 9 hits for the Mariners. They've made 4 errors. That's most they've made in one game this season. 7 left on base for Atlanta. 5 runs, 11 hits, and errors. 7 men left on as well. Here's Segura. Throws him out. 2 away.
And we're going to get a pinch hitter. Looks like Matt Adams.
That's who it is.
Former Cardinal.
Remember when we saw him a few years ago in
Yep.
St. Louis? It was like, wow, this guy can swing it. They picked him up after Freeman got hurt earlier in the season. He came in and put up some really nice numbers. It's 17 homers in 72 games with the Braves. Matt Adams can swing the bat. Nick Vincent, 2 outs here in the 8th. Ball 1 to Matt.
He has power to all fields. Typically, Nick will try to get the cutter in on his hands. You can see Mike set up inside. One about belt high. Jammed him.
Sure did. Right-hand Haniger. Very effective performance by Nick Vincent. Retired all 4 men that he faced. To the 9th inning we go. A 6-5 Mariner lead. Thank you, Angie. Arodys Vizcaíno takes over on the mound for the Braves. He's got Alonso Cano and Seager coming up.
And the Braves, they have some good arms in their bullpen. We just saw Ramirez. He was throwing 99 miles an hour, and you're going to see the same right here. Another good fastball. Average fastball in the upper 90s. Slider changeup. 48 appearances, a 2.23 ERA, 47 strikeouts, over 13 walks. Opponents hitting 196 against him.
Alonso fouls it right to Casey Candel.
And that first fastball, 98 miles an hour. Good night for Alonso, 3 for 4. A couple of doubles, 3 RBIs. A real difference in this ball game.
Oh, 1 pitch. Fouled back. Vizcaíno, just like Ramirez from Yaguate in the Dominican Republic. He's 26 years old. 6 foot 230. Was with Atlanta back in 2011, then the Cubs in 14. Back with Atlanta since the 2015 season. Down goes Alonso, 1 away. Bring up Robbie Cano. Robbie with an RBI single. Well struck base hit center field, 4th inning. Highlight of his 1 for 4 night. Here we go. First pitch to Robbie. Freeman takes care of it.
We started him with a changeup.
Yeah, you saw that fastball. Said, "Let me get some," and then he pulled the string.
90 miles an hour on the outside corner.
Here comes Kyle Seager. No Nelson Cruz tonight, National League Ballpark. Mariners with a 6-5 lead. Two outs here, top 9. Kyle, a couple of hits earlier. Single to left, double to left.
And another changeup right off the end of the bat. Yeah.
For the Braves in the home 9th. Top of their order. Inciarte, Phillips, and Freeman. And the 0-1. 1 after 99.
Edwin Diaz getting loose in the pen. Can't see him, but I can hear him.
There you go. We've always said that about him. Almost like trying to play hide and seek, trying to find out what's going on in the Mariner pen down the left field line. Seager to left field, pretty much in his tracks. Kemp. Here we go. Bottom 9, 1-run lead for the Mariners, top of their order. The Edwin Diaz against Inciarte, Phillips, and Freeman. Solar eclipse earlier today, and this is a good look at it on TV. And if you had the glasses, it had to have been fascinating watching it happen live. I was on the Morehouse College campus today, and it really started probably about a little bit after 2:30, and so many kids were looking up at the sun without glasses.
Oh, boy.
So I'm thinking, if their parents only knew.
Well, it's great to see the players that were here in the ballpark had the glasses on, and when I talked to them about it, they said that it was pretty cool to wear the glasses and see it.
Yeah. Specific glasses just for that event.
Edwin Diaz is going to take over. Mid to upper 90s, a hard slider, 53 appearances. He has 27 saves on the year, 72 strikeouts in 53 innings, opponents hitting 186.
Kyle Seager well in on the grass for Inciarte. Up the middle, almost took his cap off, base hit. Tying runs aboard.
And he can run. Inciarte having a night.
Third hit. 3 for 5. Drove in a run.
First pitch fastball, 96 miles an hour. You can see it. Middle in, inside out swing. Solid line drive right back up the middle.
Brendan Phillips. 1 for 4. Got a base hit to left. Last time up. Zunino throwing that, trying to steal. Back in the 7th. That's going to hang up in the air. Haniger's there.
They are aggressive.
Yeah. They got a scouting report.
Two pitches.
They got a scouting report. They've seen video. You better get him early.
These next two hitters.
Dangerous.
Yeah, dangerous. Freeman again, a 10-game hitting streak. He's been their hot hitter. And of course, Kemp on deck.
Freddie struck out his last 2 times up. First pitch strike. I've had enough of that. The music.
Day one.
I know. Oh, 1. Trying to put a wrap on this. Mariners by 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch here to Freeman. Runner goes. Got a good break. Throw by Zunino. Yes, sir. Got him. 2 down.
What a strong throw. Mike's thrown out a couple of base runners tonight. He's fired up about it. Another big play for him. It was not an easy pitch to throw on. It looked like it was down and in. Probably the slider. It's a lot on it.
Oh, no question. Got it. Great throw.
They're still holding up the game. See if maybe they want to challenge it or ask him to take a look at it. It doesn't look that way. So now they get right back to Freeman. Really good play by Mike.
Oh, 2. Ground ball. Alonso going to take it himself. Mariners win it. 6-5 to go 3-1 on this road trip. And they go to 64 and 62. Albers gets the win. Fultonevich the loss. Diaz the save, his 28th.
Albers, what a game that he had. Ends up going 5+, gives up 3 earned runs in this one. I thought he really threw the ball well. Gave up a couple of runs in the second inning, but also a base hit to drive in a run, a couple of sacrifice bunts along the way. Diaz picking up his 28th save. And Alonso, what a night he had. 3 base hits, 2 doubles. Ends up driving in 3 runs and scoring 2 runs for the Mariners.
Big tip of the guy to the guys, tip of the cap to the guys, and especially Andrew Albers. Really nicely done. For Mike Flowers, I'm Dave Sims. Catch you tomorrow. Right now, Mariner programming continues. Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines with Angie and Bill.